Welcome back, everyone, to another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast, and this time we're gonna have a 2v2 on Stadtstadt, sent in by Adamir Magnum, and his friend is gonna be Eagle Man, both using the Soviets. On the enemy team, we're gonna have Generic Guy and Mr. Aiko, both using the OKW. And yeah, actually I have no idea how this game is going to be because I forgot what was written in the email. But if I recall correctly, memes should happen. So, let's see. Double conscript coming out for Adamir. Double conscript for Eagle Man. Lots of capping power. On the German side, we have a few folks. Yeah, okay, so just infantry versus infantry. That surely will not go bad for the Soviets. Come on. What you guys gonna do? Okay, so there's first engagement. Sturm Pioneer is gonna massacre some poor conscripts. No! But they're gonna receive help from the combat engineers. It's not enough. Rip. Still though, probably enough to at least push back the Sturms. Which is not gonna happen here, as the Germans take the center. The right, it seems like the conscripts will meet up with these folks right about now, but what's going to happen here is up to no one in particular, because it's just a couple of conscripts and a couple of Volksgrenadiers. So both sides really paying a little bit more attention to the center and left, it seems, than the right side. And yeah, the left is going to go to the Germans, the center to the Germans, right side probably to the Allies, although he's letting himself be kind of entangled in a long-range fight, which the conscripts can't really win in any way. They can do okay in this, but they're not going to win in any like fast span of time. And so as you can see, that gave these Volksgrenadiers more time to get in and support their allies. These guys cannot move in because they are fixed by these folks, and so the Germans are going to take the right side as well. So it looks like the Allies are left with nothing. That's not great. Not great for them. They're going to need to find some way to deal with this. And they're trying their best with some conscripts. Even pushing back the Germans up here. Oh no, that's a grenade. Okay. So he actually gets to escape, and now there's no more Germans on the right, except one squad, but can deal with this rather easily. He's gonna try to wipe out this squad, but I mean, come on, he can't really do too much from this. Yeah, that is unfortunate for you. It is now under his control. As you can see, Adamir Magnum moving in with his own conscripts, securing that position. And right now, yeah, okay, so he's gonna try with the flamethrower to break these German defensive lines, and it works fine for one of the Volksgrenadiers, but then there's the two other ones that smartly decided to concentrate their fire on the flamethrower squad. But for some reason, they decide to leave their heavy cover and head out into the open, into close range with the conscripts, which is exactly what the conscripts like. And so that's gonna lead to, you know, them taking a lot more damage than they perhaps needed, and yeah, the result is going to be the same, of course. So still the Germans, despite, oh, this is going to be a wipe. Most likely. Should be. Really? He gets saved at the last moment. Good. Good for him. So that's a lot of conscripts actually coming out for Eagle Man. His friend Adamir only has 3 conscripts on the field, and he has decided to go for a second engineer. That was actually not his first one that got upgraded. And he has built a special rifle command, so that means that sniper is an option. That also means that penals are options. So we'll see about him soon. Well, Flamer. Come on, get the Flamer in there. Get the Flamer. If you stay at this range, you're never gonna hit them when you actually get the thing upgraded. Oh wait, what? Oh, must be just in range. Still though, despite the good performance by the Flamer, just getting a few criticals on these guys, I don't think that they're gonna have a good chance of winning this engagement. Although, with the extra conscripts pouring in and the Sturms having to escape, that's not that bad. So, okay, the engineers run away, but yeah, then they can just deal with these. What is it with Generic Guy and charging with his Volksgrenadiers against the conscripts? That's a pretty bad decision. In the meantime, it seems like the right side is still kind of contested, but the Germans overall have the upper hand. Some Sturm Pioneers are coming in, and they're going to try to deal with these conscripts. Probably have a decent success at this. So yeah, pretty easily comes in here and forces these guys to escape. Yeah, burn them. No Lukes, despite the mechanized regiment headquarters. So Generic Guy, honestly, kind of being a derp. Like, if he had used this Volksgrenadiers a little bit better, I feel like he'd be in a much better position. He's still getting the Lukes though, and if he can get the Lukes out in the field versus the guy with the special rifle command, remember, Adamir Magnum does not have the option of going for AT guns. So if he can get that on the field, he's going to have a great advantage, and his opponent can't really counter him in any way. That's only if he can get that on the field, and if he can use it well, which, well, I mean, I don't want to say anything, but he hasn't been using his Volksgrenadier as well, so who knows if he's going to use his Lukes well. We'll see, though. We'll see. And Adamir is actually going for a sniper, which is pretty much the worst thing that he could go for with a Lukes coming. Of course, he doesn't know that the Lukes is coming, but yeah, getting a sniper so late is kind of risky. Also, Eagleman is going for so many conscripts, and partially it seems like it's because he went for conscript support. Yeah, conscript support. So that means that he can get the rapid conscription, the repair kit, and the assault tactics to improve his conscripts. I mean, the assault tactics is great with the Papashas, although, I mean, they're not the best, but they're pretty okay. Repair kit is going to be okay in the late game to get some extra repair on his stuff, and rapid conscription is pretty amazing, but all of this requires a lot of munitions. So, yeah, control of these munitions points is going to be important, and so, yeah, having these Sturm Pioneers just taking this might not be the best thing ever. There he is, kind of going burp, burp, burp. So Lukes makes its presence felt, and, well, yeah. Fallschirmjäger is coming in from the flank. Of course, Generic Guy picking the Fallschirmjäger doctrine. Interesting choice. I mean, I don't like Fallschirmjägers, but that's just me. Oh, crap. Yeah, okay. That conscript squad was not having the best of days. Still, though, with so many conscripts from Eagleman, I would love to see him go for anti-tank grenades so that he can counter this flak half-track. Remember, 3 or 4, I believe 3, but maybe 4 anti-tank grenades should be enough to deal with the flak half-track. So yeah, pretty much get the flak half-track in there, and if you're facing the guy with the anti-tank grenades, you're dead. If you don't face the guy with the anti-tank grenades, you're gonna get a lot of kills. So this is why Eagleman right now absolutely needs to get those anti-tank grenades. Like, honestly, as soon as he saw the flak half-track, knowing that he is full on with the conscripts, he should have just instantly done 2 things. First, click on the HQ. Second, click on anti-tank grenade package. But he hasn't done that, and so this might be a problem. Although, he might get the kill on these guys. 4 conscript squads. Nope. Left side, it seems like on the left side we have a more balanced situation than what we had before. The Lukes is still around, and Adamir Magnum does not have any counters to this thing, but he is going for a tank of a battalion command, which means that soon enough he will have the Su-76, and with the Su-76 he can counter the Lukes relatively easily. Needs to be careful though. I mean, as long as he leaves this thing near his sniper, he's gonna be in danger. So he needs to find a way to sort of keep his sniper alive. Oh, here comes the anti-tank grenade. Adamir Magnum is smarter than his ally and has gone for anti-tank grenades, so this is going to severely cripple the Lukes for a while. Even if it's not going to really, you know, kill this thing, it is pretty much unable to do anything for as long as the engine is destroyed, and it's going to be like that for a bit until his Stern Pioneers can get in there and repair him. Unfortunately, this does mean that Adamir Magnum is going to be a little bit more aggressive with the sniper. And the reason I say unfortunately is because the Lukes stop. Otherwise, the guys can't repair you. Stop. This is one of those things that really pisses me off. Aw, conscript squad dead. That's how strong the Lukes is, even when someone is being that, well, special as units. Even when someone is behaving that specially, this thing can do a lot of damage. So Luke's paying off for now. And generic guy has a Raketenwerfer. Mr. Akko has a Raketenwerfer. So if the allies go for armor of their own, the Germans do have some counters. Speaking of the allied armor, we do have the T-70 coming for Adamir. And I think that this is a mistake. In my opinion, it would have been a much better decision to go for a Su-76 because the T-70 just does not have the firepower to deal with the Panzer II Lukes, really, in any way. Although, if the Panzer II Lukes lets himself get anti-tank grenaded, well, this might change. Of course, the Lukes only really does about, like, 15% HP damage on the Lukes every time it hits, so it's going to take a while for this thing to get destroyed. Although, here comes the Panzerfaust, so I guess that saves the Lukes. The Lukes can now run away. But it's not. It's being incredibly lucky that the T-70 is just bouncing every 1 and every 2 shots, which is just absolutely disgusting. So that's good for the Germans on the left. What's not good for the Germans on the right is the fact that we have a massive conscript offensive from Eagleman. He's pushing through and almost got 2 of his squads wiped out, but he has finally managed to upgrade anti-tank grenades, and yep, that is the end of that flak as expected. T-70 has managed to, well, do enough damage to the Lukes to almost destroy it and get bed 1 1/4. But the Lukes is not destroyed. So, yeah, that, honestly, if any one of those shells that missed had hit, well, I think that the Lukes would be dead, and, well, it would be a deserved death, if I were completely honest, because this thing just threw away its life. It was just standing there. Luckily for the Germans, here comes the Puma. Unluckily for them, they decide to run straight into the waiting hands of these conscripts. So, not great. Not great one bit. Of course, the Puma is meant as a counter to the T-70, but, I mean, is that going to do anything? Not while the T-70 is protected, and not while the Puma is driving straight into anti-tank grenades from conscripts. So that would be pretty bad. Really? Rip. How many squads are left for you? Oh god, 7 squads of conscripts. Of course, he does have rapid conscription now, so that means that he can replace his losses a lot easier, and oh boy, that's going to be the end of a Volksgrenadier, I would say. Come on. And him. Rip. Ragdolled to oblivion and back. So, the overall situation actually looks a whole lot better for the Allies than it used to, especially because these Germans, my goodness, these Germans, oh god, these Germans. If I was Hitler, I'd execute these people. Why is he going for a second flak half-track from his battle group headquarters? Seriously? Another flak? Why? I don't even. Like, I'm trying to think, but there's no like, of course, he's afraid of, like, 7 conscript squads, soon to be 6. But it's like, do you get a flak half-track if that is the case? No, you upgrade tier 4 and you get a Panzer IV. Oh my god. He's gone for special operations, so I guess what he's trying to do is he's trying to get something to help him out against the conscripts while he waits for the command Panther, but that's just such a convoluted strategy. Guard. No, 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 not guards, penals. I'm just so used to seeing PTRSs on only guards. Everyone loves these penals. And, well, good job. Now you have to run away, though. And that is a clear bait and a half, you know, bringing him in so that he can be shot at by the penals with the PTRSs. And it worked. Okay, good. So good job to Adamir Magnum. He has managed to steal the Rekenwerfer, which is a great win. And he's also kind of pushed back these two German vehicles without losing the T-70, which is what I was worried about. In the meantime, his ally is having some problems. But to be honest, because of all the conscripts and because of his opponent just stubbornly refusing to either A, get infantry, or B, get tech and actual good units on the field, he has managed to get a great amount of map control. As you can see, the Allies have most of the right side. So what this means is that the VP situation is now equalized, and the earlier problems of the Allies have been kind of remedied. Oh boy. Here comes the chase. Yeah, gonna AT grenade the truck. Adamir Magnum is having a laugh about something. It looks like one of his conscripts just died to something. Maybe a grenade. Most likely a grenade. Yep, it is definitely a grenade because his bundle grenade is on cooldown. There goes the truck. So Eagle Man gets the kill on the truck. Although, I mean, like, what was that gonna do? Pew! Sniper actually has 16 kills, so he's doing a pretty good job. And oh no! What are these Fallschirmjägers doing? It's the ambush, but it's a derp ambush. Gets 0 kills and gets his Fallschirmjägers all shut up. And these are expensive troops. Even one of them is, well, not a good thing to lose. Also, he's keeping them on hold fire! I mean, right now, the Führer in the bunker is just raging at these people. What are they doing? A second? Oh no, okay, good. Okay, never mind. See, I thought that this was a second Luke's for 1 second, and I was, well, not very happy about that. A third flak half-track. Or wait, maybe this is the second one. It just didn't do anything all this time. No, yeah, it is the second one. Okay, but it hasn't done anything this entire time. See, that was my point entirely. Like, it just can't do shit. Rapid conscription being popped. We get some extra recruits for the Red Army. And yeah, as you can see, he's forced to get the hell out of there with his folks. That's not the best place ever for a Schwer Panzer quarters, but at least he's getting a Schwer Panzer quarters. Oh, so many light vehicles and so little progress for the Germans. With all these resources invested into light vehicles... Wait, has he spotted... No, he has not spotted, but he will soon spot. And this thing is half constructed. He is lucky that he has the SDKFZ flak nearby. So now he sees this thing. No! Why? 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 This is the perfect storm of stupidity. Oh, are you kidding me? Why? What? Okay. The reason I'm being such a derp is because if you had done literally anything else, the thing would not have died. Literally any other course of action than keeping the half-track moving and popping smoke. So it's like the double whammy. It's like not only did you keep the half-track moving instead of just simply sitting down and suppressing these guys so that they would not kill the Schwerer. That's already one thing. 2, you also pop the smoke, so in case you decided to have a change of mind and have a brain, you could not even fire because your own smoke was in the way. What the fuck? I don't even know anymore. Anyway, despite the absolute derp move that he has pulled, he is still in control of some points, but that's about to change soon as the horde of Soviet conscripts is going to wake up and just overrun his positions. In the meantime, on the left, much the same is happening because the sniper hasn't been countered by the Lukes, which was, you know, the Lukes' whole job. It's just able to really pick off these Nazi troops. And because the Fallschirmjägers only have 4 men in the squad, whenever the sniper fires, it's a quarter of the Fallschirmjäger squad's firepower and hit points down the toilet. So, of course, that's not the best thing ever. He's effectively operating under a 25% penalty at this point. Very good usage of these penals, by the way, by Adamir Magnum. He has been able to protect his sniper with them in a pretty good way. It's not just the Germans being derps, it's also the Allies playing well. And interesting that Eagle Man is just... Oh, okay, I have now realized what replay I am casting. Because Adamir in the email said... that, like, Eagle Man, right at the start of the game, said, I am going to spam conscripts, or something like that. And so he was already pretty happy about that. Kiev won on the field. Strong Kliment Varshil of Kiev tank. And so now that he has Kiev tank, he can pretty much run over whatever the Germans have on the right side until they get the command panther, which might not be until very soon because he has decided to go for another truck. Okay, Mr. Akko is probably the most infuriating player I've seen in, well, a while. Because he has just lost 2 trucks, okay? One of them was turning into a Schwerpanzer quarters. He has decided to go for a 3rd truck. Okay? All of this would make more sense if he was not Special Operations. And so he did not have a Panther command tank Colin. He does not need a Schwerer Panzer headquarters right now to get a late game unit. Also, he is the guy that decided to go for 2 flak half-tracks. So, right now, he has just literally made... He's just, like, put together all the things that synergize together the least in his build order, okay? So, early vehicles, and then trying to go for a very fuel-expensive late game, instead of just not spending fuel for his teching and going for the Colin that he has selected for a doctrine. Also, instead of doing, you know, anything else, he has decided to go for 2 light vehicles when the first one died. And, well, that did not really go all together well. But, hey, whatever. He can do whatever he wants. Yes, comrade. There goes that Volkskranier. We serve the people. So as you can see now, the right side is just completely Soviet. Left side also pretty much completely Soviet because this guy was going with so many light vehicles. He has just managed to leave the Soviets just the upper hand when it comes to the teching. So as you can see right now, Adamir Magnum can get the T-34-76, and that's essentially like having a King Tiger in this kind of situation because there's nothing that can counter this thing except the Puma armored car, and if the T-34 is careful, the Puma armored car can't do shit. So yeah, there we go. That's going to be the end of that. the meantime, on the right side, we have the big push of the Allies just continuing on, using rapid conscription to just continue on the wave of Soviet conscripts to defend the motherland. And, you know, nothing can stop the red tide. And, yeah, that's going to be pretty much the end, I think. Admir Magnum also has the howitzer, so just in case he needs to fire on the German base, he can do that. And that's, of course, pretty good for him. Puts pressure on the German base. And, yeah, Scout Sniper up to 30 kills. And, I mean, honestly, it was the build order that really lost it for the Germans. If I am going to call it in any direction. Like, damn. That Luke's was unfortunate even in death. Did not even manage to get the kill on those guys. And as you can see right now, Eagle Man is just free to spam KVs of all tanks. And, yeah, it's working. It's working. Heavy tank reports. Soviets so cancerous no matter what pitch. Says the guy that decided to be a derp. No, he does not like Soviets, Eagle Man. Don't worry. I've been trying right now, spamming faction. Get an MG! It's like, seriously, get an MG instead of spamming Fallschirmjägers. And if you've been wondering, yeah, there we go. If you've been wondering what I was trying to think up is another reason why these Germans lost. And I mean, tactically, they may have made some mistakes, but really the big thing was that their build order was just all over the place. They did not know what they were doing. So Generic Guy, of course, decides to get in Mechanized Regiment Headquarters, okay? And then get a Lux and a Puma, which is fine. It's pretty good. But then he decided to pick Fallschirmjägers, Luftwaffe Ground Forces, which does not really offer a great transition into the late game for that kind of mid-game focused light vehicle play. And yet, he delayed a long time in getting his Schwer, and in the end, he did not get anything out of his Schwer. So that's problem number one. Problem number two, he was very, very incompetent in the use of his units. But, as I said, not going to go into detail with these. Mr. Akko, I've already talked about him. So, yeah, you can see that there were a few issues for the Germans that really allowed the Allies, even with their kind of weird strats, to really pull ahead and win without too much difficulty. So, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Have a good day.